Welcome everyone to the Goddess Temple. My name is Chris. And my hair looks funny, but we're still gonna go with it. Just gonna readjust my camera. There we go. Nope. Much better. Okay. So for today, what I have coming through is honestly being okay with the fact that you get to have such an abundant life. And I mean it just like that. It's being okay to have more, to have good things in your life, to actually have things that work out for you, right? Um, to know that everyone that you've met along your journey that have helped you, that continue to help you and support you, they're there because they get it. They get it, they see it, and or even if they don't get it, they know that you come in with such purity, with such heart, with such love, and they know that it's something that's important for you, and so they're going to support you even if they don't understand it. They'll support you. And then there's those that'll say they support you, but they get uncomfortable. And even that, it may come from a malice place, or it may just come from a bit of an inner critique of the self, of how they weren't able to make things happen, or when they tried they failed. um and it was just, how do you know that you can trust yourself when you've just fallen so many times and gotten hurt? And it just becomes a lot easier to do the safe thing, to do the thing that gives you stability. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with even that idea, because it tells you a lot about where you've come from, how much life has shaped you, and also that you do need the space and the time and the environment to support you, to give you that space. I'm repeating myself, but I hope the words actually come out. But to give you that space and that time to really heal, to come back into balance, to re-find your center and know that you can still continue to move. That it's okay for you to continue to self develop, that you're never going to get to that point. And that vision and idea of that point is always going to be a vision, because it carries so many stories, it carries so much inspiration, and that vision was created for you so you can be inspired to create, to live, to do, to be, to become, because it gives you the codes on how to do it, on how it's been done and how it's going to be done, on reminding you of where are the other little places that you might need to rebuild yourself and actually scrap those ideas and rethink it, tweak it a bit. It's not a complete, you can't destroy yourself, right? That's like, you can't destroy energy, so you can't destroy yourself. You can't undo what you've experienced. Now, the way that you can undo it and do it again is by tweaking your perspective on it and overcoming, to move through the emotional charge, to rewire yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, rewire yourself, to also rewire the way that your body is responding to your external environment, and to adjust those um, behaviors, to adjust those natural impulses, and to say, oh, wait, this just doesn't really fit and feel right. So let me tweak this little bit, and to continue to move through all of that, and know that whichever place that you are moving from, wherever that you're coming from, all of you truly gets to live, gets to breathe, gets to become. And you know that who you're transforming into and how you readjust your environment, it sends you the signals necessary for your internal self to upgrade and to hold that space. You are also in some way nesting. You're configuring what works, what doesn't, what needs to be placed differently. The organization has to look different because also you're noticing that the way that your mind is perceiving life and navigating through it is different than the way that it has. And so your external environment has to look different, has to move different, has to be shaped differently so it can make sense in your mind, or else it feels like you can't see where what is, and everything about your life, everything about who you are just gets undone, gets a little bit distorted. And so really stepping into this new identity, there's more to it, and it doesn't have to be with such force. Sometimes yes, it is, it does. And then other times it's very subtle, and it's like you hear the little inspiration, you move towards it, you put that work in, that effort in, and then you realize that, oh my gosh, it feels uncomfortable, or all of a sudden you're a little anxious, you're feeling a little restless. This is when the time comes where you've made the jump and the shift in the mind, but then your physical body is still responding differently, and then the mind kind of starts acting up too because the nervous system is activated. And so it takes time to configure yourself and come back into homeostasis, to come back into coherence, and for you to continue to move through the other little parts of yourself, of your experience, and to know that that little tweak that you made, it actually was what you needed to, so because you know that you're already moving towards that goal. You already know that you've already put in the work, and so you're continuing to do it, and it comes and looks in so many different ways, right? So you're always going to be readjusting your environment. You're always going to be um, asking permission from people around you. Hey, there's this little thing that's happening within me. Can you support me here? Um, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, to a certain degree, you're not waiting for someone's permission, but you're also asking them to acknowledge, hey, are you able to support me here? Because I know that you have a life, I know that you have your own things, but it's like, is that available? If not, no hard feelings, but it's like I still do need support there. And so, in what way can I be supported as I move through this? And it's a little less about you having and getting the support external to you sometimes. It's just readjusting yourself internally and knowing that wherever you go, whatever you choose, whoever you become, you are always supported, you are always guided, you are always going to be in the most highest um, expression of you, and you will always be held in reverence. Always. There's nothing that's going to change that. So I'm just really curious, where is this going? um, yeah, so there's just this really sunny place that you're stepping into. This, all the little tweaks that you put in, all the little work that you put in, the off days that you've had to the really motivated, inspired days that you've been flowing with, to even still working, even though you're not necessarily inspired, but it's just, you just love moving in that monotonous way. It's this new way of being and experiencing yourself, this new embodiment, this new identity. It's, you enjoy the monotony of that, and you're allowing yourself to really create life in the best way possible, in the most abundant and holy way possible. And it's just, you just feel so good doing this for a living, to live this life, to actually live this life of your dreams. To know that whatever you do, whatever choice that you make, it's actually towards your highest, even though sometimes it feels a little bit questionable and it can feel challenging because You might be displacing yourself from your natural everyday environment that you're used to, but there's this new phase of life that's really calling at you. And you're saying, you know what? As much as I would love for the people that I've had around me to follow me moving towards this version, this dream, this inspiration, it matters more. And I know that they will be okay, and I know that I will be okay, and I know that there is a beautiful ending, a beautiful relationship that was had, that that memory can always live on. And I can always pick up that phone. I can always go and visit and still be taken back to the sheer amount of love and joy and pleasure that, and life, really life, that you get a chance to have with this person, with the life that you've lived, and you get to still celebrate yourself. You get to genuinely celebrate you and what has come through from this. You get to fully be your most abundant and holy self, and know that even if relationships change, that you still get to be purely who you're here to be. And that doesn't take away from anyone else, but if anything, it allows someone to shine, and for them to shine their most brightest light. And you know that it feeds you as much as you feed them. Their light feeds you as much as your light feeds them. Right? That you both are able to inspire each other, and know that there's this trust that you get to co-create life together, that you get to build and help each other and transition through life. It's, in a way, you're becoming a doula, right? You're facilitating a journey, facilitating a transition, and you'll be surprised that the people that you've lived life with, they'll always help you in transitions, in journey, and they understand how challenging it could be, and they'll still be there even though they know that they won't be able to help you all the way, but or if they don't understand full to the full extent of what you're experiencing, but they know that they'll help you to the degree that they have the capacity to help you and support you. And so it is very important to really step into yourself, to know that it's okay for you to shine your light, for you to live in abundance, for you to be available for the life that is calling you. It's I wouldn't say it's serenading you, but it's like it's siphoning you, right? And not in an evil way, but it's more like a music, a symphony that's played, that just, you know that you have to do it, right? And if you don't do it, then it's like life just doesn't feel right, because one, you've already experienced it, and the moment that you've experienced something, and to some degree you've already agreed to it. To some degree you've already said yes to it. To some degree you've been building and making the choices so you can say yes to it. And when you forget that you've agreed to this, you will be reminded again. You'll be reminded to go back, to touch it, to play with it, and to truly allow yourself to be who you're here to be, to breathe in so much of life and know that no matter what, you'll always get to play in this world. You'll always get to be who you are, and meet so many different aspects of yourself. To know that who you've become is so much more greater than what you possibly could have imagined, and at the same time, it's it feels right. It feels accurate. You feel like you're not dismantling yourself, but you're honoring yourself. And it makes it that much more easier for you to honor someone else, for you to even honor this earth, for you to honor life itself, because you've honored who you are, the life that breathes and moves in you. You've honored your soul. It's important to honor yourself because it really can show you that much more of what life has to offer, that much more of what this galaxy is, that much more of the excitement and the joy that the soul experiences because it gets to live and breathe in this human life. And that's something quite beautiful. So with that, I wish you guys all the best and I will speak to you soon.